good opener.
Me shivering?
Yeah. I think every episode you complain you're cold.
Yep.
It's like 32 degrees out.
I know, but the basement's chilly.
And I don't mean Fahrenheit, I mean Celsius. I have no clue what that is in Fahrenheit. Can you ask Siri things like that?
Yep.
Hey Siri. Oh, I have to take. Hey Siri. Doesn't like me.
Hey Siri, what is 32 degrees Celsius in Fahrenheit?
32 degrees Celsius is 89.6 degrees Fahrenheit.
Fucking hot.
Hot. This is the first week of summer in Ontario. Even though we're still in spring for another month.
Oh, really?
Yeah, doesn't it not start?
I don't know.
I thought summer's equinox was June 20th or 21st or something like that.
Hey Siri, when is the first day of summer?
June solstice is on Thursday, June 20th, 2024.
That's my brother's birthday.
Look at you guys go.
I know, I'm the fall equinox and he's the summer one this year.
I like that it went June solstice, not summer.
Yeah.
June.
I guess that makes sense, honestly, because, you know, on the other side of the planet, it's
winter.
Technically turning winter. So
That's true. Welcome back.
welcome back.
Are you surprised that it's Wednesday?
No. No, to be honest. Even though I prepared this note a week and a half in advance.
I know, and none of us, there's two of us. Neither of us touched it.
Until
I had
today.
all intentions of doing it on the long weekend.
Very good intentions, but
Did not.
Did nothing but binge Netflix.
I did nothing but spiral.
That's accurate.
I was like, you go to Montreal in the week.
Damn it, where did the year go?
I know.
I feel like we just announced this, that we were going to Montreal.
Right?
Don't mind me, I'm just breaking my iPad out of its container.
Should we say who we are?
Yeah, I guess so. I'm Aaron.
I'm Jade.
And this is Unapologetic Introverts. I feel like we need some cool intro. Like, no.
Phenomena.
That is definitely not cool intro.
Like
Sounds.
more intro music?
No, just like a reveal. Like, and then we could say Unapologetic Introverts, you know?
Yeah.
Are we too lame for that?
I don't know.
No, we're too lame for that. So, we're catching up. What you got two things you want to mention.
I'm on my note writing game now that I know how to split my notes on my iPad.
Ah, yes.
Oh, it's the best thing ever.
You're welcome.
Yes. So it could be technically a recommendation, but I saved a song for our give back.
Shit, I forgot to get back.
You reminded me.
I know.
Oh
well.
Aaron already knows this, but I thought I saw a bug.
Don't tell me that, and I'll be paranoid.
Sorry.
This room is made of pine.
Anything, it's just going to be ants. We have ants in the house right now. For all of my fellow listeners who also like to just live in comfortable, breathable, fun clothing during the summer,
Yes.
y'all should fucking go to Aerie because I have 4 matching sets now.
Aerie, sponsor us.
Please sponsor
at Aerie.
I will promote the shit out of you, but I will throw this. I'm going to make another highlight that's just random stuff from the pod. So it could be movies
Clothing.
or tech or clothing, but
We love it.
they have such fun, cute colors and everything's so soft. And I have denim shorts from there, so they're stretchy, but
Yeah.
I'd rather just live in like stretchy spandex stuff.
Oh, yeah. It's so comfy.
So that's one thing. And also, the listeners can't see me, and I'll show you my legs when I'm not freezing. I look like a fucking pincushion.
Pincushion.
I have so many bruises.
Oh, me too. I don't know why.
I know why.
What are you doing? Throwing yourself at the wall?
Well, No.
Kind of.
Metaphorically. I did. So I think it started last week. I woke up and had a bruise on my left shin and a bruise on my right calf. Don't know why.
Cool,
Just
cool,
woke
cool.
up. Sometimes I wake up with bruises. And then I proceeded to stand up from our lunch table at work. Wasn't far away enough. Ginormous bruise on my thigh.
Just smashed yourself into that.
Yeah. So then Saturday of the long weekend, I'm making my bed like a responsible adult. Trip over the fucking bed frame. Another fucking bruise on my calf. Raised. It's there's a bump.
Oh no.
It's like, oh my God, what next?
You're just trying to kill yourself off before we can go see
Now
Sleep
my
Token.
hand hurts and I'm just like, what's going on?
You're getting closer to 30.
I got 5 years.
You know what I realized today? I'm 32.
Oh. So
Yeah.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 30. 1, 2. Yeah, so 7. So not 8 years. We're 7 years apart.
The only reason I knew that is because they printed me out a little armband at the hospital. And it says 32 years old. And I was like, oh, thank you for doing the math. I've been avoiding it. I've been guessing and avoiding it. But that's good news. I could go to New Zealand and work for a few years if I wanted to.
You got 3 years for your limit.
Yes, beautiful. Matthew only has literally less than 1 year, so
let's get to it.
Yeah.
I mean, it says up until you're 35. So if you are 35 and apply and get in, does that mean you can work until you're almost 37?
I don't know. I think you only get...
I need a loophole.
I only think you get 3 to 6 months on the work visa.
It's 12 or 23.
Oh, I thought it was only 6 to 12.
No.
Oh, maybe I was reading something else. Maybe that was a student thing or something like that.
Oh.
I don't know. Anyways,
many
excited. Maybe a possibility.
That's fun.
Just give up all my shit here and move down to the other side of the planet.
Yeah, really, like, literally.
Literally. So is that both things?
Those are my catch-ups.
Those are things.
Yeah.
My thing. Oh, I booked a trip to New Zealand.
Yeah.
I didn't make a note about it because I keep forgetting.
I thought you did, and then it disappeared, but I was probably just imagining it.
No, it's fine. I don't think I did at all because all week after booking it, I've
wanted to throw up?
Yeah, throwing up, and my brain is just constantly trying to forget about that just because of the chunk of money that's sitting in my visa burning.
I mean, you did get a deal.
I did get a deal. And we're going to be there for...
almost 3 weeks? Or like 2.5?
Yeah. Technically, when it comes down to it, because it's 2 days of flying, we're only there for like 16 days, I think.
What do you mean? Not terrible.
Not bad, no. I'd love to be there longer, but
yeah,
it's also going to be expensive as fuck, so.
Yeah.
What's in the news?
I actually searched breaking news last night.
Oh, excellent.
Okay. One thing. I keep seeing a specific TikTok about, I don't know if it's the northern white rhino or just the white rhinos being completely extinct. And I keep getting really, really sad. But apparently that's not happened yet. There's 2 alive in a sanctuary in Africa.
They're on their way to being extinct.
Nothing's been posted this year about them being extinct. They've posted about trying to like do IVF with rhinos to try and and then like I think one of them got pregnant, and that was back in like April.
Oh,
so but I didn't really click on anything. I just wanted to make sure that they weren't extinct yet. If they're not, so TikTok, you fuck off.
Don't kill our hopes and
making me
dreams
sad.
Don't kill off every single animal species other than ours.
Speaking of flying, I think it was a couple days ago.
Yeah.
The flight from Singapore to London.
Oh, man.
Holy shit.
I had to actively avoid.
Yeah.
Like, I just booked my flight, and the next day that happens. It's like, is this a sign? I can't get my money back.
And then, so I guess it just hit wicked turbulence and then dropped like thousands of feet in the air, and people flew into the fucking ceiling.
Because they wouldn't have had their seatbelts on.
No. One person passed, and like a lot of people were injured, but only one person passed.
Oh, that would just be so tough on your body. I can't even think about it. I do think about it immediately when I get on the plane. I'm like, well, I guess we're in this now. Can't get out of the giant
flying is stressful.
tin can floating through the air.
With all the Boeing stuff going on.
Oh, don't remind me. My plane is totally a Boeing.
Everything's a Boeing.
It's fine.
The last one, and I tried to tell people at lunch today about this, but nobody was fucking listening to me. So I just told the coworker that was right beside me. I go, "You want to know my fact?" Okay, I shouldn't laugh, but I'm gonna laugh.
Uh-oh.
Robert Pickton. Do you know who he is?
Vaguely.
Notorious Canadian serial killer.
Okay. Yeah,
fed
it's
his
coming back
pigs,
to me.
his
Yeah.
victims. I'm sure we'll touch on him eventually in a murder episode.
We should do a murder episode soon.
Also, why do all of the Canadian serial killer bad crime people go to Quebec for jail?
Different laws.
So he's in this high security prison in Quebec. He's 74. On the 20th of May,
Yeah.
somebody speared, quote unquote, him in the head with like a broken broom handle, and he's in life-threatening condition. I don't care.
Deserved it.
And everyone was like, well, not everyone, the guards or people at the prison. This has never happened before, and all the time that he's been here. Who
speared him?
Some violent inmate that has had outbursts before.
Okay, well,
I mean, karma. Sorry.
Sorry, not sorry.
I mean, you're 74. You're old enough, but also you're kind of an asshole.
To live.
Not kind of. You are an asshole.
After killing people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think he got charged with six counts. People are still missing and could be like him, like Jeffrey Dahmer has all these people, and some of them like, oh, I don't know if they're actually a victim or whatever. But yeah, if you don't know who Robert Pickton is, you should Google it.
Or we'll do an episode.
Mm-hmm.
Not that we want to give him any more infamy or whatever, but
I just was like, oh, imagine that. Sorry, don't care, but this is kind of funny to read about.
Sorry, not sorry.
That is my news. My breaking news as of last night.
Well, good job.
Thank you.
I'm so glad we're actually keeping up to date with the times.
Well, it's sad. Well, it's not sad. I guess it's kind of good. That because of Meta, like, we don't get news.
Yeah, we don't. We have to actively search it out.
And I don't remember seeing this on the news last night, so
I'm kind of okay with not knowing the news. There's a lot of
bad stuff going on.
Yeah.
That is not nice to hear about. But then also when it comes to just thinking about what's going on in the world, I know nothing.
Yeah, that's true. I feel out of touch.
Very out of touch.
Yeah.
I shouldn't be getting my news from TikTok.
Truth.
And even then, it doesn't come up a lot anymore.
But here we are, not buying newspapers because they don't exist anymore.
Well, they do, but
it's all digital now. It's gross.
It is very gross.
In a good twist of fate, 2 days.
I know. I'm so excited.
And by the time this comes out, we'll be back at work.
Yeah. By the time this comes out, they will already have their microsode.
Yeah.
I'm going to regret doing that. I'm going to regret recording that and editing it in the same night.
It's going to be fine. I can help you.
It shouldn't. Realistically, it doesn't take long. It's just I can't speed up stuff in GarageBand without it being exported sped up.
Oh, gross.
As far as I know. So I have to listen to the entirety of everything.
Maybe I should watch a YouTube video on how to actually work GarageBand.
Yeah, I haven't. I've just been winging it. For the most part, it's pretty easy.
So we have a microsode coming out. Back to the Future last week.
Yeah, on the 25th.
Yeah, last week.
Which is in the future for... Which...
This gets posted next week. How do I speak
about this? For us right now recording, 3 days.
Yes.
For you listening, it's like 5 days ago. Not 5 days ago. Wednesday.
Okay, quickly, grab your phone.
Oh, no.
Tell me what your day list is.
Oh.
I mean, you don't have to do it on your phone. You've got a laptop
I was like,
in
you're
front of you.
panicking. What's going on? It just changed.
Ooh,
Singing American Pop Wednesday evening. You listen to Guilty Pleasure and Freaky on Wednesday evenings. Here's some singing American Pop revival duet, Western and nostalgia. The first song is Love Me Harder by Ariana Grande and The Weeknd.
Freaky. You've been listening to some freaky stuff.
Have not.
Mine is called Heavy Rock, Rocking on Wednesday evening. I have listened to Angry and Scream on Wednesday evenings. Here is some heavy rock, new age rock, rocking. And the first song I have, I have downloaded it. Shame on Me by Catch Your Breath.
I feel like I've definitely heard that one.
I definitely have downloaded it, so I don't know.
Interesting. Ours are completely different again.
Which is weird because I have totally been listening to a few country hits. So maybe it's pulling from last Wednesday.
Maybe.
Because I was listening to
screamy music on the way to my house.
Yeah, and Sleep Token.
Yeah.
All day last Wednesday.
Interesting. Oh,
Just
fun
saying.
fact.
Fun fact.
So Google podcast, I think, is officially gone.
Yep.
I
RIP.
don't really understand.
It's on YouTube now.
And we now have less than 1%, but there's still a percentage showing up of people listening, according to our Spotify analytics, from Estonia.
How much you want to guess that's a robot?
I don't care.
Thank you, robot from Estonia.
Have 2 plays on Amazon Music.
Oh,
Whether they're related or not, I don't know.
Thanks to the random listener on Amazon Music. I finally watched Fallout.
Did you watch it all?
Yes, I did.
Did you watch it all in one go?
Yeah, I binge watched that shit.
How did you like it?
It's good.
Did you understand what I meant by it's gory, but it's a different kind of gore?
Yeah. The best way I could describe it is it's like nuclear family 50s gore.
It's a video game.
It's a video game. Yep.
It's very good. Very well done.
I think so. There were some points to it I was kind of like, the story felt like we were getting nowhere for a bit.
Yeah.
And by the end, I felt a little bit cycled around to all of this shit happened, but nothing happened at the same time.
Yeah.
In a way. Just in a way.
Spoiler, stop listening now for like a couple seconds. I'm still confused about the timeline.
Yeah.
Because they were like, oh, this happened 200 years ago, and then our cowboy friend is a zombie. But then the other stuff happened when, I don't remember his name. Titan was a kid, but that's not 200 years ago. So did they do it again?
Isn't his name Maximus or something like that?
Something like that.
Yeah, because she calls him Max.
Yeah.
Yeah. He was Titus or Titan.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and because it's been a while since I finished it, was it that Vault Tech did it originally, clearly.
Yeah.
And then people started to go up and they did it again?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So, Voltex is insane.
I'm also very curious about, and I don't know his name, Cowboy Friend's wife and daughter.
Yeah, he's trying to find them because they're in a vault somewhere.
They are in a vault, but wouldn't that mean they're 200 years old?
Yeah, I'm curious about the timeline too.
So, because it looked like it was in the 50s when it happened.
Yeah.
But then they had all this tech like it was even
Well, that's just
farther.
part of the like, it has nothing to do with our era of 50s. It looks like 50s, but they are at a tech higher tech than we would have ever been.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was interesting.
No,
I really enjoyed it.
I thought it was
glad
cool.
it's renewed already.
Yeah, well,
ended on a fucking cliffhanger, so
the worst, honestly. Icebreaker.
Yeah, I know I mentioned that was on my TBR and I read it. I think I started it on the long weekend and I finished it. I don't know why everyone is so up in the air about it being so, for lack of a better word, smutty and so horrible and horribly written. It's not that cheesy. There's not that much. Like, I've read worse.
Yeah.
And it's actually like enough of a plot line that it's not a horrible read, and the writing's not horrible.
So it just passes.
Yeah, like,
It's
it
a
was
pass.
fine. There was nothing wrong with it. Everyone was like, oh my God, she doesn't know anything about hockey. She doesn't even talk about hockey. She talks more about figure skating.
Yeah, I think
And even then, it's not a lot of technical stuff.
when people read something about a dude being a
Mhm.
hockey player, they just auto assume that, you know, the author needs to know every single detail about every fucking hockey game in existence, and we got to get that shit down. It's not. Just let them write whatever books they want.
I have a whole series upstairs about, you know, college,
Yeah.
university, whatever, hockey, and she goes way more into depth than this author did.
Yeah. But it's a short book though, right?
But
It's just a clip read.
it's like that thick.
That's not too
It's
bad.
a decent size, but I mean, if anyone out there is listening and is kind of swayed by everyone else going, "Oh, it's such a shitty book," just read it.
Just read it.
I
If
don't
you
think
don't want
it's-
to buy it, go to your library. They'll have it.
Yeah, I don't think it's a bad read at all. Like, I would go and get the second one.
Yeah.
Because there's a series, so.
Just read it. I like to say go to your library, read it. If you really, really, really like it, then buy
Buy it.
yourself a copy.
I was pleasantly surprised. Everyone was freaking out over really nothing.
Well, that's so giffy, but there's always somebody to leave shitty reviews on all these books. But that's great for the author. You know why? Because it just gets them more attention and more sales in the end. So,
Sydney, I saw, left you a comment. So it was on
hi, Sydney.
episode 7 when we talked about books.
Okay.
And it's through Spotify, but it's nothing to do with what are you currently reading.
Okay.
I guess we might have mentioned you're into watching spooky shows.
Oh.
So she said, Aaron needs to watch Haunting of Hill House and Haunting of Bly Manor. Amazing spooky shows. Have you watched those?
No, but I have seen the Fall of the House of Usher. That's a good one, and it's by the same people, and it's
There's
on my
some
list
characters.
to watch. Yes, 100% Sydney. It's on my list. I need to sit down and binge that when I actually have any amount of free time to myself, because Matthew's not overly interested in watching those.
They're too spooky for me, but I have watched somebody else on YouTube watch through them because that's what I do.
You have to experience experiences through other people's
Yeah, and then it's not
lens.
full screen, and then like they get cut out and stuff. The storylines though are pretty interesting. I think they're kind of connected. I'm not
Okay.
entirely sure, but yeah. Thank you, Sydney, for the comment.
Yeah, thank you for commenting and recommending that back to me, because it's on my list for reals.
Mm-hmm.
I have to burp.
Okay,
Dinner was a taco.
just one taco.
I had a taco. It was good.
Was
Good
it like
times.
a hefty taco?
It was a pretty hefty taco.
Okay.
That's why a taco.
I was really confused because tacos are small.
Yeah. But I didn't want to waste the taco shells, so.
You just stuffed everything in one taco shell.
Yeah. Gotta save. Gotta conserve.
Mighty taco.
It's a Fallout world out there.
Yeah.
Shit is expensive. So. And we can cut this out at any point.
I am so confused.
I have a skit to introduce our topic this week.
A one-woman show.
It's a one-woman show. Maybe a one-woman and man show, depending on how my voice plays on this.
Oh, no.
All right. Are you ready?
Yes.
All right. Hopefully I can pull this off.
I'm not going to look at you, so you won't.
Okay. Today, we're talking about stereotypes. But first, let's define what a stereotype is. And who better to help us than Mr. Canadian? And this is like the door sound effect. Clunk, 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 clunk. Hey, sorry for barging in, but I heard you were talking about stereotypes, Perfect timing, Mr. Canadian. Can you help us explain what a stereotype is? Sure thing, A stereotype is like when everyone thinks I live in an igloo, drink maple syrup by the gallon, and say sorry, not sorry, to everything, And do you? Well, the maple syrup part might be true, but the rest, not so much, Stereotypes are oversimplified and not always accurate. So it's just like judging a book by its cover, right? Exactly, eh? It's better to get to know the real story behind the stereotype. Thanks, Mr. Canadian. Remember, folks, stereotypes can be funny, but they don't define real people. Come on, that was gold.
You sounded like what are their fucking names? Oh, you know the two Canadian dudes that I'm talking about? You sound exactly like them.
I know, I practiced for like 30 minutes. It was so good. Come on.
Aaron.
I hope everybody was laughing.
If I am sitting beside Hannah when she listens to this, I won't be because she'll probably listen on Friday. She's going to giggle.
No, it's coming out next week.
Oh, God.
You're going to be there.
I'm going to be there.
Oh, we should film it.
Just film Hannah listening. Oh, my God. No, that was good. Thank you for that.
Jade's slightly crying. It's nice. Oh. I don't know if she's crying because she's embarrassed now that that's going on the podcast.
I don't care. Oh, what are their names?
Ted.
I don't think it's Ted. What can I Google?
Oh.
Sorry.
It's not the one with Keanu Reeves, right?
No. This is like old.
Oh. Two Canadian dudes.
Bob and Doug McKenzie.
Oh, yeah. Bob and Doug. I thought that was
Yes.
fitting. It was a fitting skit for our
Yes.
topic. So today's topic is stereotypes.
Thank you for defining a stereotype.
Yeah, if you want to go further into that, more than my skit of igloos and maple syrup.
I have 11 Canadian stereotypes, and I kind of speak to whether or not I guess I live up to them.
Okay, go for it.
Go for it.
I have a lot, but they're probably going to cross over with yours. I
Yeah.
also have international stereotypes. So.
I could only find well, I'll get into that in a minute.
Yeah.
First one, the igloo comment. And maybe I'm insensitive. I don't think anybody lives in a fucking igloo. Even the indigenous people way the fuck up north. Nobody's living in ice and snow. I don't think
there's probably a practice to tradition of creating and maybe experiencing an igloo. But permanently, when we have modern technology that allows you not to live so harshly, who's to say? There could be a few folks out there doing it. They're probably never going to listen to this podcast because they don't have that technology to listen to the podcast or internet.
I do want to know where that comes from, though.
Probably just our heritage of the country.
It's just wild.
Living in the cold.
That's always the first thing. I saw another one. Do we want to bounce or do we want to list? We can bounce.
I can pick this up. The stereotype likely emerged in early 20th century with increased awareness of Arctic exploration and Inuit culture. So that might have been why it got started.
But then would it be the same for people in Alaska, which are the states?
Possibly.
Okay.
Because that kind of culture probably spreads across the whole entirety of the cold.
The cold
north.
Skating to work was another one on the website I found, which I thought was kind of funny because people think it's so cold here.
Skating to work?
Yeah, that everyone skates to work because it's so cold. I have seen people skate down my road before after an ice storm.
Yeah,
don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
However, I don't think, majority of the world probably understands, but there's got to be a select few that don't understand Canada gets fucking hot.
Yeah. And apparently that is today.
Yes, that is today. We have summer.
Skating to work.
Yeah.
There's no way. My ankles would die. I would die.
My feet would hurt so bad.
There would be so many dyings.
Yeah.
Skating to work, that's a different one. I didn't have that on my list.
I tried to find a website that was on the third page of Google.
You really have to these days.
So that we weren't on the exact same one.
Fair enough. Yeah, no, I don't have anything about skating.
Good Jade.
Good dig. Go ahead.
Which also leads into it's winter all the time.
Okay, I do have that one.
I would love for it to be a little bit colder longer. I know Aaron doesn't. However, the summers here, at least in southern Ontario, are
Humid.
fucking brutal.
Hot.
Humid, sticky, buggy,
Yuck.
hot. The sun doesn't set until like 9:30.
That's fine with me.
That's pretty, but oh my god.
You know, I could deal with a little bit more like neutral days of cold, like spring and fall.
I'm good
don't
with a
want
decent
deep
20,
cold.
20 degrees.
Yeah, that's fine. I'll go down to like 10 or 13.
Yeah.
That's cool.
I'm okay with an 8.
I'm not really interested in like -20.
No.
That's kind of if I find a struggle to get out to my car, then I'm out.
Yes.
If I can go outside in a light hoodie or a warm hoodie,
A jacket even.
a light jacket, if I don't have to wear a fucking parka.
Make sure my face
We're
is
good.
wrapped so I'm not burning from the cold.
That stereotype has been around since
The Stone Age.
16th, 17th centuries. After European explorations, they were just so used to Canada being fucking cold.
And it is, don't get me wrong, but it's also really fucking hot.
Yeah, really, really hot.
Like, it's quite a range, I would say.
Yeah, honestly, we're pretty good for extreme. Now, the Ontario in the past year has been really mild
Relatively mild, relatively
for
warm.
cold.
However, I know this winter it was like places in Alberta were shutting off the power grid
Yeah.
because it was so cold.
Yeah.
That's nuts.
My sister lives in Alberta. I feel so bad for her every
So does
year.
Hannah's sister.
It gets cold in like beginning of October.
Yeah.
Like,
Though
end of
we have
September.
had chilly Octobers, but not
We
minus
have.
40.
But that's usually at the end of October.
Yeah.
They get cold. I was there last year when the snow started
Mm.
and we left like the beginning of October and it was already coming down.
True.
It's like, oh, I'm not ready for that. And then come back to Ontario and it's like 26 degrees. So
Yep.
it's like, oh, perfect. Thank you. Please keep this for a little bit.
The next one is the whole a boot debacle. I have never heard anybody say
a
that.
boot.
No. Out and about. I'm talking
It's about.
about this. And
Now, I think the East Coasters might have an a boot accent.
I've never actually heard anybody from the East Coast talk.
Oh, it's so beautiful to listen to, even though you can't understand the goddamn word they're saying. Maybe the word a boot.
So maybe that's where that comes from.
Yeah, we do have a slightly weird accent.
It drives me nuts, and I know I've said it before. I just want to know what I sound like to people, because even like directly below us, like the States,
There's so many different accents.
there's so many different accents there. But even just as you cross the border, people are like, "Oh, you're from Canada." I'm like, how can you tell? We're speaking the same tone right now.
You have maple syrup left on your forehead.
From when I was passed out with a jug of it.
Yeah. Yeah. Next to the moose in your backseat.
I mean, to be fair, I do have a bear on my wall and moose antlers.
There you go.
This basement is typical Canadian.
This is such a Canadian basement. Even the NASCAR, 100% Canadian.
The wood, the knickknacks. Polar bears are pets. That was one that I found.
Okay. I think I had something on that.
I mean, maybe if you want to be a snack.
Yeah, if you want to get fucking eaten. Because those polar bears are a little bit pissed that we're melting their freaking ice caps.
Someone at work said the other day that, and I don't know where they found this information, whether it's true. I'm sure we can Google that. What is it? Grizzlies and polar bears have started to mate together.
Oh.
We have a hybrid now
We're going to have a hybrid polar bear grizzly.
because they're coming in from, I forget what she called it. I don't know if it's true. That would be fucking, that is the worst combination of all of the bears that we have. It's
Is that
the
a
two
growler
biggest.
bear?
I don't know.
Trying to come up with combinations in my head.
It sounded more of like the grizzly at the forefront of the name.
Growler bear.
But if that's true, that's wild. Take the
Literally.
two biggest bears that we have and amalgamate them.
Well, they're trying to continue to exist. So
I know.
They
It's
have
so
to
sad.
adapt, right? So the grizzly bears are in more mild climate. Polar bears are like, we're coming down from the ice because we don't
There's
have
no
any
ice.
fucking ice. And now they're like, why not?
I still didn't realize that there's polar bears much closer than I thought there would be to us.
Really?
Yeah.
Just like northern Ontario?
Where is it? Yeah, up there where they're selling like plots of land for like $10.
Oh, yeah. Northern Ontario.
I'm
That'll
like,
do it.
that's only like 7 hours away.
They're selling plots of land for $10 because there's no infrastructure up
Yeah,
there.
there's nobody there.
It'll never actually be worth much until it actually is built. So, like another 100 years.
But yeah, I did not realize they were that close.
That's insane. I had no clue either.
I want to say it's Cochrane, but I feel like that's way too close.
I have no clue where that is.
Their town had a polar bear on it, so.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm going to Google that while you list a couple.
All right. Tim Hortons obsession.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Stereotype is that Canadians are addicted to Tim Hortons coffee and donuts, and that Timmy's, yep, that's the name for it, can be found on every corner. This is almost true.
Not wrong. How many do we have in town? I think there's
I can't count.
like 12.
Yeah, something like that. And one that's open every day of the year, 24 hours, I think, in the hospital.
Oh.
Yeah. That's why people flock there on Christmas. Yeah.
I never even noticed that. Pause. Yes. Cochrane is located 250 kilometers south of the most southern point of the polar bear's natural range.
Wow.
And Cochrane is... Hey, Siri. How far away is Cochrane from Oshawa?
Cochrane, Ontario is about 670.
It's like 7 hours. So,
Gross.
probably 6 from here.
Gross. Don't give them the math. They'll find us.
I didn't say which way.
One of mine is living in flannel and toques. It's not wrong.
Flannel. I heard flammellum toque. I was like,
Flammellum?
what's a flammellum toque? Also, the fact that we say toque.
Toque. Yep. It's 25 degrees Celsius. Why are you wearing that toque? It's a Canadian thing.
Yeah.
I do see people doing that.
Yep.
I actually saw some guy in a parka the other day when it was 30.
Come on.
I was questioning their sanity.
I saw somebody today rocking running shoes, high socks, jorts, and
Okay.
like a black button-up shirt and a baseball cap and a backpack.
Teenager?
Nope.
Oh,
Adult.
cool.
It was quite the outfit.
Ride that style. Me, I'm like, I'm just going to wear a t-shirt and tights.
Yep.
And some sandals because it's sandal season now. Saying sorry to inanimate objects.
Mm-hmm.
If you haven't noticed, our podcast is called Unapologetic Introverts, but we say sorry about 100 times in each episode. Not sorry about that, but we are sorry to the door frames, the chairs.
The mannequins.
Yeah, basically anything that's an inanimate object that we bump into.
I've dropped a
sorry.
pencil before and said sorry and then
Sorry.
been... What?
Why am I saying sorry? Well, you never know if that pencil has a spirit to it, and you're on the wrong side of that spirit, so
Don't want to get stabbed.
don't want to get stabbed. And then our fear of geese.
I don't think that's a stereotype.
I think that's just true.
Which I
They're
think is
dangerous.
hilarious because I'm going to name drop. I don't know if Adriel's ever going to listen to this. He might. Adriel is from Mexico and he is not scared of geese. And we keep telling him, all right, you think you could beat a goose?
A geese?
A geese? Have fun. Get
Yeah.
near them when they have their babies.
What's the code name for them? Cobra chickens?
Cobra chicken.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, I can take a goose. We're like, no,
No, they are rampage.
I would
little
love to pet
birds
one.
Of doom.
I'm not going to do it.
No, especially if they're anywhere near babies. Don't go near them. They
Like,
will hurt you.
Have you never seen the TikToks of the people trying to get into their workplace and there's a goose? They can't get inside.
No, you're just call in that day. Go home. You cry a little. You try and work from home because half this country's hybrid. So
True.
And the number one, the overuse of a.
Which we only do it when we're mocking ourselves.
Pretty much. Sometimes I say it a lot.
Really?
Yeah. And then I realize later, and then I go, ooh, okay, that was very Canadian of me.
I think I've only ever said it in a situation where I'm playing up the fact that people think we say it just to be stupid. Which reminds me, and maybe this can also go in the highlight, if anybody, probably only Canadians, remember the song Out for a Rip?
Oh, yeah. Going for a rip, bud.
Oh, God. I can just hear the music in my head right now.
Yeah.
Like, that is the epitome of all the stereotypes, which I think that was a really smart move. Because I think that got played on the radio.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
Like, good for you.
Oh, another one that I don't have listed here, and I 100% do, is the, oh, yeah, no.
Oh.
No, yeah.
It's definitely been said in the podcast.
Yeah, no.
We don't make sense.
It doesn't make any sense.
We don't make sense.
I'm just using a negative and a confirming word all in the same sentence.
It's
cool.
the tone of voice.
Yeah, you have to, it's like a translation thing, right? Canadian has its own English, which don't even get me started on how many websites are like, oh, you can have, British English, American English, but no Canadian English.
Yep.
It's a completely different thing. We have different attitudes. We always get left out.
Out of everything.
Yeah. Like, put our currency on your fucking website,
Please.
okay? It's not the same as the US dollar. We have a Canadian dollar, and it does not equal the same as USD.
Like,
For the love
we're gonna be
of
paying
something.
you more.
Yeah. And the last one I have is always talking about the weather. 'Cause
Do we?
we do. Almost every episode, I believe, we have spoken briefly about the weather, if not
Maybe.
deeply about the weather.
I was just gonna say, oh yeah, no.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, no.
I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But I think you've already talked about the A. Everyone plays hockey.
Yep. Hockey obsession.
I mean, it's not terribly untrue. Pretty much everybody I grew up with played hockey. Maybe that's where we are, right?
Yeah.
And where we are in Ontario, but a lot of people play hockey.
Hockey is huge here.
Especially in our small town.
Oh, 100%.
Gotta build more infrastructure for it, which I think is wild.
Yeah, constantly building new rinks all over the place.
Because realistically, we have, I think Quebec still has a hockey team.
Yeah.
Edmonton has a couple.
Yeah.
Vancouver.
I think all the provinces have hockey teams.
Do they? That would make sense if it was in the OHL. That's really smart thinking, Jade. Good job. Way to sound stupid on your own podcast.
Well, you're just proving yourself wrong about everyone knows about hockey and hockey obsession.
Oh, that's a 100% true stereotype.
It's 100% true, but personally, I know nothing about hockey.
I don't really know a lot. I just know a lot of people who play it.
So that stereotype has been around since early 20th century, with hockey's popularity soaring after the establishment of the NHL in 1917.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's old.
Yeah, it is.
Next one. Yes, maple syrup over everything.
Maple syrup and poutine.
I would rather probably have maple syrup than poutine. Poutine. I mean, it goes well with a lot of things. However,
that's a hard choice.
However, you got to eat the real stuff. None of this Aunt Jemima.
Oh, yeah,
or whatever it's actually called now.
I don't know. I think it's still Aunt Jemima.
No.
They just took the thing off of it, didn't they?
No. It's a completely different name.
It is.
But you got to get the real stuff.
Yeah, the real stuff is key.
Thank God for Bob's coworker who has a maple syrup farm.
My aunt does.
It's so good. And it's so ridiculous how much sap you need for so little syrup. That
is a whole podcast episode on its own.
Syrup and honey. There's a reason why it's expensive.
Yeah, it's a process.
Another stereotype. Free healthcare.
Yeah, it's not
Nothing's free.
We pay for it on our taxes.
I also don't know anything about any healthcare outside of Ontario because OHIP doesn't exist outside of there.
No, it's a little scary. That's why it's scary to move away from
Your comfort bubble.
Yeah, because I've already got like which is super hard to find right now. I already have a general physician
Yeah.
and OHIP coverage. So moving to another country, even for a short period of time,
It's a little tricky.
sounds a bit scary because I don't want to lose all that and then have to reset when I come back.
I also think I
Nightmare.
forget that OHIP isn't in all the provinces.
Yeah, because it's Ontario Health Insurance Plan. I think.
That's probably what it is.
Yeah.
But just seeing, stuff about the States, really, or because I don't see a lot of it anywhere else, but just the bills, hospital bills.
Because
for
most
everything.
places, I believe, are trying to get universal healthcare going,
Mm-hmm.
and they make it more affordable because they recognize the value in having a healthy society that can participate in making them a healthy global economic, place to live, and maybe not profiting off their people by insurance fees.
We're all polite. Kind of touched on that.
Yeah, I'd say that's pretty accurate. We're pretty damn polite.
Most of us.
There are some,
of course, there's
nut
a couple
bars.
rotten apples, but I do notice a difference traveling for sure.
Oh yeah, no, yeah. Sorry.
I do notice a difference. Even when, and I hope that this isn't a stereotype, and I hope it doesn't happen when we go to Quebec, they can be kind of really
Quebecois can be a little
annoyed that we don't speak French.
And it's like, I'm so sorry, but they don't put a huge focus on it in our schools here.
There's an ant on the couch.
Yeah! It's okay.
It's crawling away from you.
Okay, cool. Yeah, they don't put a huge focus on our schools here unless you're taking like French immersion studies.
Or you're in like the IB program. I don't know how to properly say that name, so if anyone understands what that is. International Baccalaureate or whatever.
Oh.
I could never say it.
Gotcha. Yeah, so I feel bad when I go to Quebec because I
do.
wish I spoke French. I honestly wish I did, but I know at my age I'm not really able to pick things up as easily.
Also, it's not like I'm trying to go into your space and disrespect you. I'm straight up you're gonna say bonjour and I'm gonna go hi. I don't speak French. Je n'ai pas parlé français. Is that how you say it?
Je n'ai
pas parlé français.
Je ne parle pas français?
See, that's I don't know.
I can't remember if I'm doing that backwards or not. I tried so hard to learn, but it just never. I had such bad French teachers that just didn't
French
care.
teachers, but
they didn't care about teaching us proper things. Like, not in elementary school. I had great French teachers in elementary school, but when I got to high school, it was like downhill. There was no focus on it.
I passed grade 9 French because if anyone was to put the Montreal Canadiens hockey team logo, theme song in any other projects, they got like extra marks.
See, that's just cheating.
I cheated my way through grade 9 French.
It's just favoritism. So sorry, Quebec, but
at least
the English
I have
are coming.
found in the 2 times I've been to Montreal, and I think it was always in the same place. I think when we went for college, we went near where I was before. If you're nice to them, like if you go in, like they should understand.
Well, most of them are bilingual, so it shouldn't be a huge deal.
Bastard, fucking die.
Death to the ant.
I don't know if I got it. Oh, he's kind of still alive. Fuck you. Okay, I'm just gonna hold that there then. He's trapped.
Trapped forever.
And then overly apologetic.
That's us.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Fuck off. Oh my god.
The ant is still alive and crawling towards Jade.
No, he's crawling away.
Oh, he's coming over here now. Excellent.
I don't know where the carcass is.
The carcass. Some global stereotypes.
Oh my God, he's still alive.
Oh, this ant. He's trying to
Just die.
He's trying to bomb our podcast.
Holy. Oh my God, I'm going to lose my mind.
He's going to crawl into the machine and take us over.
I need the paper.
You got this. And squish. Extinction for the ant.
Fuck you, ant.
Jade just killed a little innocent species
I don't care. They're
on the podcast
We go through waves in this house
of ants.
of just having big black like carpenter ants.
Creepy.
I'm like, can you chill?
Probably because everything in this room is made of pine and wood.
I know. But upstairs there's no wood.
So some global stereotypes. British stiff upper lip.
What the hell?
Have you ever heard of this?
No.
Oh, my grandmother was like this. Stereotype rings true.
Oh.
Sorry, Grandma.
Sorry, not
Rest
sorry,
in
Grandma.
peace.
Oh.
From the United Kingdom.
Mm-hmm.
She was a war bride, so she came over here with my grandfather, who was French, and blah, 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 blah.
Blah, 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 blah.
The stereotype is that British people are reserved, unemotional, and maintain a stiff upper lip in the face of adversity. So it's not really that bad.
I don't understand what that means.
What do you mean?
Like a stiff upper lip in the face of adversity.
So a stiff upper lip like references the fact that you don't really show emotion because your lip is stiff, figuratively and literally.
Okay.
So it's like you're pinching your lips together almost in a way of like defiance of showing emotion.
Oh, that is not Jade.
No, you're very smiley.
Oh, and cryy.
And maybe resting
Bitch face. Oh, yeah.
Face. I have that too. I feel bad. People stare at me sometimes and I'm like, no, what? Sorry. I'm actually happy. I just don't know how to smile on a normal day.
Could never have candidates at work.
Oh, so bad. I'm usually glaring at my computer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or giving my computer the finger.
Oh, today I almost threw the computer out the door. So
Retweet.
Yeah. This stereotype dates back to the late 19th and early 20th centuries, particularly during the Victorian era and World War One. Checks. My grandmother was very English.
Very
to that
English.
degree of just not jokey, very straight
Just
to
like
the point.
Hard ass.
Yeah, not overly mean or anything.
No.
Just not overly emotional
Yeah.
about things.
Kind of cold
Yeah,
in a sense.
I'm sure it was there, but people of that era go through so much shit, like World War II and all that. So
I don't blame them.
So the next one is German efficiency, which is the belief that Germans are highly efficient, disciplined, and punctual.
Okay.
I can believe it. This comes out of the Industrial Revolution in the late 19th century and solidified more in the 20th century, clearly because of, organization and trying to take over the world. Sorry, Germany. It's not your fault. The next one is Italian passion, which I think we've all kind of heard.
Yeah.
Or seen.
Yeah,
through
I have
TV
Italian
media.
friends. Yeah.
Me too. I think it's true.
I think they're
And
very
this isn't
passionate.
a bad thing. It's just that they're viewed as passionate, expressive, and have a love for good food and family. I think
great
this
thing.
is the true. I think this is the truth. This checks. I have so many Italian friends who are just like food, family,
yeah.
and so much love. It's ridiculous. I'm
Not a
kind of
bad thing.
jealous.
Yeah.
Big families, so much love. This comes out of the Renaissance period, the 14th and 17th centuries, and became widespread in the 20th century with the global spread of Italian culture. So Italians started moving out of Italy and spreading themselves around. And that's how I have friends, because most of them are Italian. Number 4, French snobbery. So, going back to my history and relatives, we're snobby as fuck. No, I'm kidding. This is the perception that French are sophisticated, cultured, and sometimes snobbish, particularly regarding food and fashion.
And speaking English.
And speaking English. Well, I understand that because the English try to take over them and they want to be separatists and blah, 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 blah. There's a lot of history there.
Yeah.
Good luck trying to be your own country, though, because you're stuck right in the middle of ours.
Sorry.
So that stereotype became widespread in the 19th century, particularly during the Belle Epoque area.
Sure.
Area. I don't know how to pronounce that because it's in French.
Yep.
American excess is number 5.
American excess.
The
Like
United
too much
States.
of something?
The idea that Americans are obsessed with consumerism, materialism, and living large. I wonder why. Just look at Hollywood.
Look at Texas. Go big or go home.
And I just thought this was interesting because it's born out of World War II, with the 1950s economic boom, and it just made me think of like Fallout.
Oh, yeah.
Like that idea of like we have to make all the money and be the monopoly. It's creepy. Number 6 is Japanese conformity, the belief that the belief that Japanese society highly values conformity, discipline, and collectivism over individualism. I don't know.
I don't know enough about them.
Yeah, without experiencing the culture like in person, it's hard to tell. Now, I think there's some truth to it because they are a society like if you I don't know if you've ever seen I can't remember if it was the Olympics or something like that, but there was a whole thing of Japanese people in a stadium and they stayed after and cleaned the stadium.
Oh.
Like all together. And if that happened here or probably the States, it would just be a huge mess and there would have to be someone with a job to clean that up. But they actually believe in taking care of the environment and working together and cleaning and so I think there's some positives to that there.
But I think the environment piece is kind of crazy just because Japan and China over there, it's so populated and it's so smoggy, I guess.
Well, I don't think Japan is.
No.
Because they try and cut down on like vehicular travel by using really well developed forms of transportation that Canada has no fucking clue how to accomplish.
No.
Sorry, not sorry, but we could have had a way better train system. And they have so many train systems. They have, they don't allow parking in streets most of the time.
Okay.
Unless it's like big highways or whatever that they're driving on.
I might just be thinking of China then.
China's pretty busy.
Yeah.
It's a completely different culture and, a lot of manufacturing goes down there. So it is probably pretty smoggy. I think Japan has more of a focus on like nature and history and conserving and So I'd love to go there one day. I think
it'd be really cool.
Yeah. Saving up for the next trip. Probably by 38 be good to go there.
I feel like you'd need a guide.
I think we'd be okay. They're very English friendly.
Oh, okay. I just meant to like hit up like good.
Oh yeah.
Just you gotta go here and here and here and here.
Oh yeah, almost because there's
how to get around.
It's a small place, but there's so much culture to absorb. From like the modern culture to the historic culture. Yeah, so that's all of my stereotypes that I wrote down. I don't think I have any other Canadian ones. What else do we have?
I struggled to find anything really internationally.
That's fine.
So I don't have anything there.
That's all right.
Surprise, surprise. We've actually been talking for an hour.
Cool.
Which I thought it would only been like 20 minutes.
I talked really fast. That's fine.
That's okay. So did I last
there's
episode.
There's a moment of there that you have to cut anyway, so it's all good.
Yes.
Yeah, I think that's everything that I can pull out. Do I relate to any of those stereotypes? Clearly a lot of the Canadian ones. I do enjoy maple syrup. I don't know if I would trade it for poutine though, to be honest. I just can't get over
I haven't had a good poutine in a long time.
Maybe we should go on a hunt in Montreal. It is the birthplace, is it not, of poutine?
I don't know.
Should we just experience random things like poutine and croissant?
There's weird stuff around our hotel. There's some sushi places that we could go if you want some sushi.
Okay.
I'm probably gonna get some Subway.
Should we just wander around and scream croissant, croissant,
and then get kicked in the face?
Probably.
You are no longer allowed
Put it on our
to see
sound
Sleep
bar.
Token. Goodbye.
Goodbye. Sleep Token isn't French, so we're good, right? They're British English.
Yeah, they're English.
Yeah, lovely.
Oh, I'm so excited.
Me too. We could talk about that for a couple more minutes.
I'm so excited, but my brain is not letting me be excited.
Oh, I hate that part.
I'm just like, everything's gonna go wrong.
Me.
Stop.
Me. Must be prepared. I need to pack 2 days in advance. I will literally go home tonight and start packing.
I've made a list. I'm gonna pack tomorrow.
I need to do some laundry though, so meh.
It's gonna be like 21.
That's not bad.
It'd be the same here. It's like 21, not overly sunny.
Did we see rain in the forecast?
Not yet.
Okay. We'll have
Not
to keep
yet.
track of that because apparently today meant hailstorms for some of Ontario.
Yeah, and it just went all around us.
Yeah, I'm okay with that though. I was really worried about my car because there was pictures of like toonie sized hail
Oh, wow.
in some places that were launched into the ground.
No, thank you.
And I'm thinking, oh, the top of my car would be so dented.
Yeah.
So brutal.
Yeah, I'm excited for Montreal.
Yeah.
I don't think it should be too hard to get there. We'll just go along the 401.
Yeah.
It's the quickest way.
Follow the
And at least we're not
Longest-
driving right into Montreal.
truth.
We're in the largest, what did they call it? Subsum.
We just have to remember that we cannot turn right on a red light.
Noted.
In Montreal, it is illegal.
Okay. Remind me, because I'll be driving.
Yeah, I'm sure they'll probably see your plates and go, oh, you Ontario.
You fucker.
Tabernacle or whatever. Frenches.
Yeah, I'm excited. We get breakfast at the hotel, and I don't care if it's literally a box of cereal. I'm just...
I'm
I
open
don't
for
need-
bagels. Montreal's well known for bagels. So
True.
maybe that's what you could have for dinner.
A bagel.
Yeah,
There's no
like
bagel
a fancy
places.
bagel. There's got to be something nearby.
We're near an Indigo. We could go book shopping.
Yes. Will they all be French, though?
I don't know. I never thought about that.
We should go in there just for funsies.
Yeah, there's like an outlet mall on the road.
Oh, sweet. I love outlet malls.
Or it's just a mall. I can't tell it from Google Maps. I can just see the top of it
If it's an outlet mall,
and all the
I'm
stores.
so down. I went to the one in Alberta like 10 minutes before we had to get on the plane. I was so sad because I wanted to wander for hours. I love wandering malls and looking at stuff, window shopping.
I'm also couldn't justify spending on the weekend. I really like the Canada Dry ginger ale, the raspberry lemonade.
Oh, yeah.
It's $3 a bottle. Why can't they sell a package of bottles? I don't want cans. I like bottles better.
Do they have cans?
Yeah.
Oh, they made can versions?
Yeah.
Oh.
They're like packs of cans, but I want a pack of like 6 bottles.
Oh, I see. I
'Cause
see.
I don't drink a whole pop, and my bottle was still fizzy a week
Oh.
later.
That's not bad.
So it was delicious.
Oh, it's really good. I've had 2 so far.
So I didn't want to pay $3 for a bottle. I bought
that's
mini
insane.
cans. And my mom was laughing at me. I go, did you not listen to the podcast where I just said it feels illegal to spend money? And here I am going to Montreal. I'm going to spend so much money.
So much money, but it's okay. You're on vacation.
Yeah.
You can make more money. That's
Yeah.
my theory. You're literally going to do nothing for the rest of the year. You're going to make more money.
And the hotel looks nice.
The hotel looks great. We
That's
just
the
need to
most expensive
relax.
part of our trip, which, to be fair, is pretty good considering
The
we
tickets.
have ground floor, general admission.
Yeah.
We do have to pay attention to the gate because there is a specific gate according
Okay.
to the place.
We can do that. I've got the chairs in the back of my car and we are good to go. Excellent. So now that we've outlined our whole entire trip over a podcast.
Don't murder us.
Hey.
Just kidding. We'll be home when you listen to this, so you can't.
Ha 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 ha. Thanks for listening.
What's your give back?
What's my give back? How about you do yours first while I look mine up because I forgot to write it down.
Okay. This is taking me a
Okay.
while to listen to because we're going to see them next month.
Yeah.
And it came out a while ago. So it's Paris's, and I feel like they've come out with a new song. Paris is, this sounds weird to say, new-ish song called Oil and Water.
Oil and Water. I think I've heard that one.
I haven't heard it. I just kept seeing about it. And I was like, I got to listen to that. And then I never did. So I listened to it today. It was very good. So then I listened to Paris all day.
Very nice.
For the longest time, I didn't know that's how you pronounce their name because it's PVRIS.
Yeah, you had to teach me that because I didn't realize it. It was supposed to
So
be
simple.
the A upside down. Which made me made me feel a little
Silly.
goofy. Yes, very goofy. I'm gonna just open up my Discover Weekly and pick a random song.
Heck yeah. Do me a favor and write it in the note later so I don't have to fake our listens.
Oh, fair enough. Do I recognize any of these people? This could be terrible.
My new Discover Weekly reminded me that it happened, but I never find good songs from it.
I get weeks where I'm find some really awesome songs and then weeks where this is just
Nothing.
trash. And I'm worried to recommend something that might be trash.
Oh, right, because you didn't listen to it.
I haven't listened to it
Go
yet.
to our blend. Recommend something from our blend.
Blend. Oh, why? Do I just search your name? Gee,
Maybe.
that
Yay.
works. Now we have a blue blend and a red blend.
Yeah, sometimes they're the same. Sometimes they're not.
Weird. All right. Let's just say, Are We Even by I See Stars.
Oh, yep. I can listen. I can hear it in my head.
Yes, it's a good song.
Didn't we see them?
Yes, we did.
Okay.
Which was awesome. I was not expecting that. And they have an amazing vocalist.
Yeah, it sounds
I was-
exactly the same.
I was mind blown. Usually you cannot sound like that live.
No.
But
I
yeah.
also, speaking of openers, have not listened to the opener to Sleep Token. Have no idea what they sing.
Could be fun times.
I feel like it's going to be another era moment.
Oh, yeah, that could be terrible. Sorry, Arrow was
They're
okay.
good. It's just that is not my type of music.
I also couldn't quite. It was not clear treble
No.
pronunciation, unfortunately. But I
Lots of
don't
energy.
mind Era.
Did love.
Just not great. Good live, but not
Not my vibe.
not where I was at. Yeah.
Glad I had earplugs.
Which I have mine, and we are good to go.
Yes.
If I remember to bring them.
Pack them.
Packing. Oh, I can
Mm.
talk about this after. It's fine. Let's
Okay.
end this podcast.
Okay. Wrap it up, Aaron.
Yep. All right. Since it's my episode. What is this, 12? Awesome.
Yes.
Thanks for joining us for episode 12 of Unapologetic Introverts. Let's go back and define what a stereotype. No, gotta go back to my notes here. Remember to like, rate, subscribe, and leave a review for the pod. We've had a few little likes,
Mhm.
a nice little note on the reviews on Apple.
Yeah, the reviews from Apple.
So cute. Thank you for that. Please leave us more. We love you. We appreciate you following and listening to this. If you've got something to say to us, be sure to send us an email at unapologeticintroverts@gmail.com. And you can find all the links in our socials on our bio in some form on Spotify.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
on Spotify. And any other, if they happen to stumble upon anything else, the link tree is everywhere.
Did I cover everything?
I think you did.
Okay, because I didn't breathe and now I'm like...
I know, I can tell you're running out of air. We will technically catch you before this comes out on the microsode. Hopefully nobody has coined that.
It's fine. It can't be copyrighted, can it?
I mean, it wouldn't put it past people.
People, don't make us be creative. We'll figure out a new name.
There's
for it
only
if we
so
have
many
to.
things you can do with the miniature things.
Yeah. You're just comboing words here.
Exactly.
Thanks for listening. We'll catch you next week.
Goodbye.